U.S. men's Olympic soccer team take on Guinea. Obviously, extremely important game for the USA in terms of the fact that this is a game essential for them to seek their quarterfinal berth. They're taking on a Guinea that's eliminated from these Olympic Games and will really be playing for pride at these games, but makes them dangerous in the fact that there will be no pressure. I don't think this is a team that's gonna, throw it in the bins and down tools in this game. Guinea's gonna give the U.S. all to fight for. This is a Guinea team that's playing in their first Olympic game, so they're not just gonna waste this opportunity to get their first point at the Olympic Games because they haven't gotten a point yet so far up to this point. So it's gonna be a huge game. The U.S. obviously they need to win to get out. A draw could probably be enough, but you put yourself in a position that you're relying that a France team that looks shaky against Guinea takes care of New Zealand. But yeah, as far as the U.S., if they win the game, they're going through, and that's it. That should be the message for them. You win the game against Guinea, you're through into the quarterfinals. That's a perfect position to find themselves in, and that's the best position we could have asked for after that opening day defeat, especially the manner in which, not the performance, but the result and the fact that they lost 3-0. It was a great bounce back victory against New Zealand, winning 4-1, puts goal differential back level, while you drop down New Zealand at the same time to -2. It was not a performance that we should be proud of, but a result that we should be happy about. There's no two ways about it. Should have been more, could have been more, wasn't more, but still enough. If we came in saying 4-1, we would have been happy with that before the tournament. And now you're taking on a Guinea team that plays some excellent football in this tournament, in my opinion. Really played up and down with France, not being afraid to go at them, Same with New Zealand. I think New Zealand, I thought New Zealand were more clinical and were more professional in the way that they did it, but I thought Guinea played the better football and looked more threatening. And even in the France game, they played football with them. 12 shots to 9 for France, 4 shots on target to 2. They weren't dominated by any stretch, had about 45% of the possession, and they created some opportunities and some clear-cut opportunities. And so Guinea is able to play. They have players with attacking intent. They're not afraid. You have the likes of guys that have some real quality in this team in terms of Naby Keita, really good player. Ajax Moriba was part of the Barcelona setup. Now he's playing at Leipzig. These are not players that are world class by any means, but these are players with real quality and players that will get into the U.S. Olympic starting 11 easily. So, we cannot underestimate Guinea. They have the attacking ability in transition with the pace, with the quality, to give us trouble, to cause trouble for our back line. And defensively, there are, maybe there'll be some holes that you can take advantage of there. Absolutely. But it's not going to be some sort of easy outcome. No way. Guinea has a lot of quality. And U.S., they do struggle to, create clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities through open play. We took advantage of set pieces in this tournament in that second game with the penalty against New Zealand and a cross from a free kick position. but didn't create much in terms of open play. Real clear-cut opportunities, had some scruffy goals here and there, but we need to be able to be more. Number one, we need to be clinical. Number one, we have to create more clear-cut opportunities. Number three, our decision-making in the final third has to be more tidy, has to be more clever, because sometimes we make some bad decision-making. I go back to that opening game, Paxton Aronson gets the ball. There was multiple plays that I questioned his decision-making. Number one, he gets the ball, he's able to get past the fullback, and then he decides to strike a near post, even though it was perfect to go curl it back post. That was the perfect shot in that moment. He had another opportunity where he had a chance to play the ball in, few runners going in. Instead, he tries to blast the ball and gets and blasted off one of the French defenders. Doesn't even threaten the French goalkeeper. Decision making got to be more tighter, got to be more clever, got to be more alert. Absolutely. There's places that this U.S. team can improve. And Guinea, I think Guinea will be more of a test than New Zealand, in the fact that I think Guinea has better footballers. I think Guinea overall plays more threatening football. And they just play with more energy and more desire. New Zealand, they're a little timid in the fact that, the energy levels from New Zealand is a little bit more composed, a little bit more, laid back from New Zealand in there, and they're playing not to lose rather than win. Guinea is a team that'll come at you, they'll bring numbers forward, they'll show their pace, and they won't be afraid to open up, and they'll play end to end, and they'll play end to end with some real quality. So this is a team that the U.S. men's Olympic soccer team, they cannot underestimate by any means. This is a crucial moment for the U.S., and it'll be one of the best moments in U.S. Olympic soccer history if they can get through. This is not something that's happened since, I believe, the Olympics in 2000. I believe so, because I know we have not qualified since 2008, and we didn't make it out of that group stage in Beijing. So I'm pretty sure, and I don't think we qualified for the 2004 Olympics as well. So I'm pretty sure this will be it, but I need to fact check that. But it's a great moment, and I believe this is the sort of moment you win this game, you get through the knockout stage. In the Olympic stage, I think this puts the U.S. audience, that quarterfinal, if we do face Argentina or whoever we face, I think that'll get a big audience from U.S. fans, the casual fan tuning in, because despite this as being a glorified youth tournament, this is still Olympic Games, and there will be fans tuning in, some casual soccer fans, and a chance to get the fans' attention back. So huge game tomorrow, and it's massively important that this team gets to the knockout stages.